right! Hooray! We are here, we are awesome, and we are ready to play some Shadow of the Colossus right here. So first, I hope that everybody had an awesome week this week with good times and fun happiness. And look, we've got Rev and we've got Timmy Tommy Tony. Aw, Timmy Tommy Tony is Kirby. That's adorable. But hi to both of you. Welcome. Hope that you are both doing well. I'm very excited. Timmy Tommy Tony tweeted me saying that they got the Hail Kale, the greatest painting that has ever been painted. It's a painting that my girlfriend did for a charity stream that I did a while ago. And finally got it sent off. And I'm super excited. So yay! But yeah, I hope that everybody's good. I'm excited. The end of this week represents basically half of the time that I have left before I start doing some awesome new training and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. That's going to be fun for me. And yeah, it's going to be a crazy week next week for sure. But I'm still excited for it. I'm really excited to play this game. For anybody unaware, Shadow of the Colossus was originally released on PS2. I actually still have my old copy out in the other room. And it was relatively recently remade for this guy, the PS4. Updated graphics, enhanced gameplay, all that usual type of stuff. But it's just an incredible experience. It's a wonderfully well done game. You guys will get to see at least a little bit of it. And I'll explain a little bit about it as we go. So that you guys can see a little bit more. So it's very exciting. Aw, yay, Spyro painting! That's awesome. I'm glad that you like it, Rev. And of course, as you guys have seen, I'm sure on my videos, I still got the Squirrel Girl up on my wall, right next to right by where I do my board game videos. I still got that hung up because that's what I said I'd do. I am a man of my word. That is how I roll. Yeah, I thought that the Spyro was really adorable. That she made. There's my horse. Somehow my horse is a magical transporter and is able to go from the very top of that building all the way down to the bottom without actually using any standard means. So yeah, this is Shadow of the Colossus. It's an interesting open world hub game where essentially the idea is that you have lost your lady love, you're trying to revive her, and you realize that it is a difficult thing to do, but not impossible. We come here and we are told that we need to defeat all of the Colossi in order to bring her back. It's a rather unusual game because the entire game is essentially just 12 boss battles. That's all it is. There's no bad guys in the overworld, there's nothing else to fight. You can see that the UI is really clean, very nicely presented, all of this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's a very simple premise, very simple game. And the designers did a really good job on going through all the different colossi and really making them feel very different. You have some drastically different mechanics that you go through and all this kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's very well done. So this particular Colossus, I tried fighting it last time, and I was unsuccessful because I don't remember exactly how to do it. I think I have a better idea of what to do now. I think essentially what I was doing wrong last time is I wasn't waiting long enough. I'll show you what I mean once I start up the fight, though. But you guys will see what I'm talking about. Friendship is indeed magic. This is true. We know this. My Little Pony. I'll be honest. I have not seen any of the new My Little Pony stuff. Actually, no. I've seen one of the movies. I don't know if there's multiple movies, but I have seen a My Little Pony movie that came out. I don't know exactly when. So this is one of the Colossi. Essentially, the Colossi are all similar in the sense that they are just these giant statue-like things. And in order to defeat them, we essentially have to platform up them. And you see that big thing on his back? That is his sort of vulnerable spot right there that we have to stab him. So I mentioned before that all of these things have a rather unique mechanic for how to defeat them. So for this guy, I'm going to try this. We'll see if I can get it to work this time. I just need to make sure that he's paying attention to me. If any of you have played the original game, you can see how pretty incredibly awesome this remake looks for it. So basically the idea with this guy is that I have to make him aware that I'm going into these ramparts here. And then, theoretically at least, he's supposed to start looking around to watch for me. I think my issue last time was that I basically didn't wait long enough for him to start looking around. Because, like I said, the idea with this game is you essentially have to platform up these bad guys. And so what'll happen, theoretically, is that he turns around and starts looking inside, supposedly. But I have to stay hidden while he does this. Eventually, a big disembodied voice starts talking to you about to try and help you beat the Colossi. And I remember last time it kept doing that. It was something like to defeat this Colossi, you must deceive it and run up the back or something like that. I don't remember exactly what. So theoretically, he should be trying to find me right now. That's why he's staying over there, because he knows that that's where I went. So this is what I mentioned last time. I don't think I waited long enough for this, because basically I have to wait for him to stand up and turn around. Apparently. It's been so long since I've played this game. Like the original game. I don't know if they've changed the mechanics. See, this isn't what I want. I want him to turn around. Basically on his back, he's got like a little hangy-downy belt thing that allows you to climb up him. Anybody ever play Tor, the Old Republic? I personally have not played it, no. I always wanted to do Galaxies. I never got a chance to. But I've always wanted to do old school Galaxies, like back when it was amazing and player run and awesome. Oh, I think this is it. Maybe. Come on, dude. So yeah, see, he's not cooperating right now. But yeah, Star Wars Galaxies is always held up as the sort of quintessential, this is how you do Star Wars in an MMO properly type of shtick. And like I said, I've read about it, I'm familiar with it. More importantly, I'm familiar with how they screwed it up. And how they basically made everybody hate it after it was so awesome. Because one of the whole points of the game, and one of the things that everybody loved about it, was the fact that you could do anything. You could have essentially any profession. You could do whatever you wanted. You could set up your own store, all of that kind of stuff in Galaxies, the original version of the Galaxies. And then the Jedis basically ruined it, or the addition of Jedi sort of ruined it. And then they made it even worse, effectively. It was really bad. Now, he's supposed to basically bend down and look inside. That's what he did in the older game, anyway. Dang it. This is really annoying. Fallen Order. I really want to do some Fallen Order as well. I would love to have that because it's obviously the newest of the Star Wars games, and apparently it's actually good. Like, people genuinely enjoy it. I'm just kind of shocked by that. Oh, oh, oh! Ay, 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 ay! Here we go, here we go! Run, 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 run! I probably should have grabbed my horse, but whatever. Alright. Hooray! So now the trick is to not fall off. You know, like that. Oh no. No, no, no. Okay. You only got a switch. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's one of these crazy things because you hear Fallen Order is like genuinely awesome. Because I remember playing and really loving like Outcast, and of course I've played it on stream as well. The what's it called? Coder. Well, technically Coder 2 is what I did. Now, for some reason, I'm not damaging him anymore. Not 100% sure as to why. Generally, what will happen is they'll have multiple weak spots that'll basically pop up gradually. I think it's Mirthawin. Hey, Mirthawin. I see the other thing on his head, but it's not glowing. Oh. Well, now that I'm next to it. But now the gang's all here. And I'm fighting a giant horse Colossus. I mean, I guess saying giant and Colossus are a little bit redundant, but whatever. So for anybody wondering, the little yellow thing that's over on the other corner there, that's my grip. It's also my swimming thing for when I'm underwater. But with the idea being that that's how long I can grasp and hold on to the Colossi. Alright, one more down. I think that's 4 down total. Now we see the best part of the game that shows us that we are all good. We get to absorb all the black goo, right? Because we know that when we do the good deeds, the black goo comes out and starts to be absorbed into us, because that's what's supposed to happen. Look, see, I'm coughing and spitting up black goo. This is good. Remember, it's supposed to happen. So, if memory serves, this game has a dozen Colossi. And this is all it is. You just go to wherever it is. They have a particular mechanic that you need to utilize. And then you defeat them, and then that's it. So when you come back here, you see the statues of the individual Colossi collapse, indicating that they have been defeated. I mentioned this the other times that I played this as well. It's very reminiscent for me of Shazam, if you guys have seen the movie. I don't know how accurate that is to the comics, but, you know, it's very similar. Aw, horsey. We're doing the thing, guys. We're doing the good. So now we get our disembodied voice friend. Oh, flying one. So you can see the one next to it is kind of like serpent looking and all this kind of thing. That's why I said, one thing I mentioned last time in particular is one of the things I'm most thankful for with this game is that they didn't do what you see with a lot of, especially RPGs, where you end up with basically reskinning of enemies. If you did that in this game, it would be just about the worst game ever. Because, I mean, think about what this is. You know, the whole point is that all you're fighting are these giant colossi. And can you imagine if they were all the same? Like, don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of story. I love a good story in a game, and that's definitely more of what this particular game is. It's much more story-based than a lot of other games. But, man, if everything was just like a copy pasta of each of the other fights, oh, man, that would be horrible. It would just be the worst. Just absolutely horrible. One thing that I really do love about this game, and especially with the PS4 remake, is how amazingly cinematic it is. It's not something that I normally talk about with games, but mostly that's because most of the games that I play are not really this style. So it's just something that I like to point out with this one in particular, because it's just an amazing experience to go through this. Rev has first world sports ball problems. Oh my god, that's funny. So after you explain your first world sports ball problems, I have a story about it. It's not exactly sports ball, but it's very similar. So the lizard dudes, they give you extra grip. These things, I don't for the life of me remember what I'm supposed to do with them. Oh, I just realized what I'm supposed to do with them. They just heal you. Oh, shoot. I went the wrong way. Oh, wait. Nope. We're still good. You're freaking out that you're going to be one and done. I feel that. So it's just like, what was it? The Patriots, what was it, almost 10 years ago now? Something like that. When they went like 16-1, but the 1 was the Super Bowl. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say that. The 1 was the big game. Yeah, it's not good. I mean, isn't the whole shtick that whenever you've got like the number 1 seed, that they're always pitted against the lowest seed, whatever that is, and that's like the advantage that they're given? I mean, that was my understanding. I am not a major sports ball person. I'm trying to remember how to get over to this dude. I believe this is where I'm supposed to be, but I'm honestly not 100% certain. Seems like I can climb up over there. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Okay, yeah. See, that's what I was saying. That's what I thought. That was my understanding. Yeah, I'm not really a sports ball person either, Mirthwin. I only just like understand the very basic notions of it. I know that people are very obsessed with it. But so the little story that I was talking about, I actually met with and talked a lot more with one of my neighbors yesterday, and it turns out that he is a huge fan of FIFA, the video game. Plays all the time and is like the best of the best amongst all of his friends and all that kind of thing. And the very common story of like, yeah, he's the best amongst his friends, but then he went in and joined a tournament and he got blown out of the water and eliminated the first round. It was just like bad. It was so bad. And so yeah, the very common complaint that the best people always have. I never had that problem because I'm amazing. And also because I don't play sports games. Well, not sports video games. Alright, so now the fun part with this particular dude. Number 1 offense and number 3 defense, and they have exactly one player. One great player. I mean, stranger things have happened. I don't want to be that guy, but stranger things have happened. I highly doubt that there will be an issue, though. Like, from what very little I know of sports ball this season, basically, is that it's I mean, they're basically favorited to win like everything essentially. So hopefully you guys will be good to go. I say you guys, I mean Rev and his fandom. If they lose, you'll be sad for a day or two. Yeah, I bet. Oh, I thought that was a ladder. It looked very ladder-ish. So you remember I mentioned that within this game, you've got a lot of variety that you're dealing with. And so this is what I was talking about. You saw what the horse one was and what it looked like and how that was handled. And now this dude is completely different. And I honestly do not remember exactly where I'm supposed to go to fight him. I'm sure that I have to do that, homie. See, this is what I mean, this disembodied voice, it's really not very helpful. Sad for a holy... We'll have a sad for a day or two, and then... Oh, and then get over it. I thought that said and then not get over it. I was like, well, yeah, I mean, obviously you wouldn't get over it, like, ever. I don't remember if this game has gravity when it comes to the bow and arrow. So that was fun. Oh, okay. Later, Timmy Tommy Tony. See, it's funny because Timmy Tommy Tony just said Utes lost the Pac-12 championship. I believe that is college sports ball, but I legitimately have no idea. I don't know nothing. T cubed. Ah, because Timmy Tommy Tony. I get it. I understand. I understand the joke. Colossus. It's not fair. He can fly. So what I need is to be able to grab onto him. Okay. Okay, I see. I just saw the little hairy thing. Yep. I got you. I got you, disembodied voice. There we go. Now we're on it. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. So yeah, Tokyo 2020 is the Summer Olympics. Sorry, the summer big sports event thing. I don't know. What's the non-copywritten way to say that? Now my problem is I don't know where his vulnerable spot is. This was a guess, honestly. I couldn't remember. So his vulnerable spot has moved. Not immediately seeing the new ones. And again, I don't remember where they are. It's been way too long since I played this game. There. I figured it would be on there. Uh-oh. I'm gonna fall. And see, kids, this is why getting your little lizards is very important, because it increases your grip. Oh no! Whoa! Okay, let's get our grip back, because that did not end well. Oh, they're doing Beijing again for Olympics? I mean, I know it's the winter, but still. I feel like they just did it, but man, it was what, 2008, I guess. Good lord. It's been a long time. Dang it. Come on. There we go. Woo! We did it, you guys! And now again, we get the black stuff, because, as we know, anything good involves black stuff coming out. What is this? Another T viewer? Another Tway viewer? Oh shoot, where'd it go? I need the black stuff. Oh, there's the black stuff. It's coming to me. It's coming to me. There we go. We got the black stuff, you guys. How was my week? My week was okay. I don't know if you were here when I mentioned it, but I'm excited because this the end of this week represents basically halfway towards me like wrapping up a bunch of stuff, and then I get to go in and do some like new training and all sorts of different stuff at the end of January. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be fun. Hey, why are you attacking me? Run away, me! Run away! No! Aww! That was mean. Marathon, that was cruel. As for fun weekend plans, not really. I'm mostly just going to be working. So, meh. Tomorrow, I think I'll have a little bit of time, though, which is going to be nice. I'm actually very, very excited because the I think I mentioned it before. The Ooh. Underneath the temple. Ooh. So yeah, the one thing I'm excited about is that Timmy Tommy Tony, he's gone now, but I mentioned it before. He got a what's it called? A thing, a painting from, you guys may remember I did my charity stream, it feels like forever ago now, and he got the Hail Kale painting, and it arrived safely, and so I'm super excited. He tweeted me it, so that was fun. One thing that takes a while to get used to in this particular game is the horse controls. It's something that's a little bit unusual. It's very reminiscent of Resident Evil, where you've got sort of like your rotation type of thing. Rather than you move the stick to move, it's more you move the stick to rotate. And it takes a little bit of getting used to with the horse on this game. But it's a very similar mechanism. Alright, let's see if we can do this. I'd like to beat this third one today. I'm hoping that I can manage. Oh my god, look how pretty this is, you guys. Like, seriously, it looks incredible. It really does. I mean, I'm sorry to be, you know, that guy, you know, obsessing about it, but it looks really beautiful. One thing I'm saddened by is that I haven't seen any fruit trees. So the fruit trees in this game are how you increase your health. I mentioned before the lizards are how you increase your grip. Like you actually increase the physical size of the gauge. You can also increase your health as well. I don't remember where any of them are from my previous plays. I mean, there's definitely a Colossus out here, but I don't know if this is the correct one for what I'm doing right now. I thought I went in the correct direction. I'm not a fan of this whole sandworm vibe that I'm getting right here. Actually, for the holidays this year, I asked for a bunch of books to get so that I can get back into recreational reading, because it's been a very, very long time since I've done that. And one of the things that I asked for is all of the Dune books. So this is very, very reminiscent of that. All I can think about is making the spice flow. Also the captain. Oh, the captain. For anybody who doesn't understand that reference, the main guy in the old Dune movie plays a character called the Captain in How I Met Your Mother. So, yeah. It's a little bit of a weird reference, but I don't know, somebody might understand it. They did say under the temple, so this seems to make a lot of sense. Like I said, I'm hoping that I can beat this guy today, because that way I'll have beaten 3 today. And that's just good for timing purposes of my streams to finish up the game. Incidentally, one thing that I forgot to mention is, very happily, that Rev is actually the one who got this game for me. It's been on my wish list for a really long time, and I was super excited. He got me the copy to play. I'm really, really very not only thankful, but very happy to have it. So like I said, this is a definite classic from what is now a rather bygone era of gaming, but still an incredible game. Well, this is not ominous or anything, you know? And again, just from these 3 that we've seen today, you can see how drastically different all these different, the different designs are, how the Colossi work and function and attack and all that thing. One major thing about this game, though, is that it's not necessarily meant to be difficult. That's really not what the game is about. It's far, far more about the story aspects for the game, which I very much appreciate, I might add. Okay, so something on his head, maybe his upper back, it looks like. So I can get to at least slightly higher ground here. Make him bust down the wall. Seriously, I'm sorry, but just look at the lighting on these stones. This is incredible. It's absolutely amazing to see this. It really is. I'm gonna call this guy Treebeard because of obvious reasons. Hey look, I found his vulnerable spot. So I'm gonna get my grip back before I start shanking. Or at least try to get my grip back. So essentially when he says that, when he goes, hit, that means that you're at the maximum damage. Because the idea is that you do more damage the longer you hold the sword up. pretty sure I'm basically shanking this dude's kidneys. I only need a little bit on this one. Sweet! And I might have enough for another one, or at least to try for another one. We'll see. Wait! Wait. Two things. First off, I win. Secondly, take that, Rev! Fine. Okay, serious. Serious game with serious people. I absorbed all of the blackness, which means good things. So, go me, etc. There wasn't abuse, Rev. Most prolific subscriber. Is that? Can you be a prolific subscriber? Is that a thing? Either way, Rev, you know that I have nothing but the utmost respect and thanks for you. The death count is 0, Marathwin. I has not died because I am amazing. But the girl's not my fault. I didn't do that. Actually, we don't know what happened. It's kind of an interesting thing because when the game starts, it actually begins with you riding over here to this area, and basically putting her onto this pedestal here. That's how the game begins. So we don't know how she died or anything like that. And basically it comes out that apparently Homeboy here has a special sword that allows him to hunt the Colossi. Very specifically. Allows him to do that. Or rather that they're only vulnerable to this particular sword or something along those lines. You know, very standard fantasy RPG type stuffs like that. And we're not given any context of how he came to get it, where it came from, or anything like that. It's more just like, oh, you've got that sword? Oh, cool. Well, that means that you can bring her back to life. Ain't nothing but a thing. You just gotta go fight these 12 giant bros, and then boom, bang, bang. You'll have your lady love back, bro. It's all good. That's effectively what happens. Effectively. Tiny's over at the neighbor's house, and you got to make sure that that nobody's dead. I mean, fair enough, Marathwin. Fair enough. But take care. Yeah, have an awesome weekend. Hope that things go well, whatever they are, for you and yours. I'm gonna be busy looking for a lake. I don't know if I'll have time for this one. It depends on how much I remember about it. We'll see. Yeah. Remember when I said the horse is kind of annoying to control? Yeah, I've gotten 3, but last week I only got the 1 because the stupid horse was tripping me up. So we'll see. I will have to get going to work, but thankfully I've already got my shorts on, so I'm good. I've got my bike shorts on, so I basically just have to get my biking shirt on and put my shoes on, and I'm essentially ready to go. The problem is it's a fairly long way away for me. Ooh, Sarlacc pit looking thing. Yeah, I've been averaging 2-ish. And so, I mean, at the very least, I made up for last week missing out on one, which is good. So that's nice. But I'm hoping that I can get a little bit ahead. Not to mention, I just don't want to wander around. I want to I want to, you know, try to, you know, get things done. You know, in the game. And it kind of sucks because this is a game, I mean, like I've said a few times, that really does look amazing, but it's not like, you know, like The Witcher or something like that, where you're meant to sort of look at in awe of the amazingness of the environments and stuff. I mean, to an extent you do in this game because, I mean, you can go as fast or as slow as you want as you're wandering around. And of course the lack of enemies means that there's all the more that you can appreciate, but for my purposes, since I'm doing this on stream, I am trying to go a little bit quickly at least. Whether or not I succeed at that is a whole other mess. Like right now, for example, it seems that I'm not necessarily going the correct direction. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on if we run into a lake. Or the lake, I should say. Woohoo! Okay, not seeing anything. Dang it. I believe that this is an arena for one of the Colossi, but obviously it's just not the one that I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm like off. I'm gonna try to find the lizard in that thing. Come on, horsey. Sometimes it's easier to make the horse basically respawn. Or try to make it respawn. But sometimes it doesn't cooperate. There we go. So yeah, it doesn't look like it'll necessarily happen this time that I'll be able to finish off this fourth one. But doing 3 is pretty solid at least. Part of the issue too is that if whenever you stop, then you have to restart at the hub area, which is not a huge deal, but at the same time, it just it's a lot easier to go forward and finish the thing type of shtick. Come on, horsey. I'm pretty sure I went in like basically the completely wrong direction here. Actually, might be better off just going back to the hub and retrying from there. see if this works. Alright, so here's another thing. This will have one of the lizards. Try to grab it real quick. Not immediately seeing it. I don't think I was still injured from last time, but you never know. Normally the lizards just randomly pop out on the surface here. You typically hit them. Is that it? Oh, there it is. See its tail. All right. This is taking me in the wrong direction. Unless it curves this way. Okay, so this might be it. So the sword is supposed to tell you where you're supposed to go, basically. It gives you the overall direction. That's why I keep using it like that. But right now, it's not giving me anything, which is bad. Oh, it only works in the light. That's why I failed. I knew it was something goofy. I'm pretty sure that it was approximately this way. We'll wait till we get to some light here. Dang it. Still over there more. Yeah, I'm probably just going to have to call it, because I can't get to the stupid thing right now. Unless this takes a very drastic turn to the right, which it may, but I honestly don't think it does. Isn't this right where I was before? I feel like this is very familiar. Yeah. Oh well. It's unfortunate, but it's not a huge deal. Like I said, I just wanted to try it at least. Couldn't manage it, but no biggie. Yeah, I literally went in a giant circle. But see, it shows you where all of the previous ones that you had defeated are, which is kind of neat. So that you can know at least something about them. So that's pretty fun. So, yay! But we're going to go ahead and save this guy. And I'm going to head out. It was still a very successful day of tracking down Colossi. I believe I'm just over halfway there now. I think I got 7 of them so far. So that's cool. And like I said, I mean, 6 defeated, so I'm halfway. So like I said, this is not a game that's meant to be super complicated. It's meant to be more of a experience. I always use the analogy of Journey, the PS4 game where you're just sort of walking to the big tower. That's more of what this game is about. It's about the experience of playing the game. It's not like Dark Souls where the whole point is that you die every single time. And you die, 50 times. And, like, sure, you get the satisfaction of essentially saying, like, oh, look at me, I did it, go me, I'm so awesome. It's more along the lines of just, like, are we able to do it? And can we use this as a mechanism to bring the story to life type of thing? So it's kind of cool. But either way, suffice to say, I've got to get going. It is my time. I've got to get to work now. But you guys take care. Have a wonderful weekend. I will be back on Monday, so I'll be back with the Chrono Trigger. So I'm working through all of the various endgame side quests in that game. Had a good bit of success last time, so hopefully that'll continue on. But you guys take care. Like I said, have a great weekend. Have a good time, and hopefully we'll see you all on Monday. Bye-bye.